everyone, my name is Joy. Welcome to Pilates today, and we're going to do a little quick class to help relieve kind of lower back pain and maybe even some hip pain, because a lot of the movements we'll be doing will include the hips, because often if our hips are tight, that's going to translate up into our lower back. So whether it is hip releasing you're looking for or lower back releasing, this class should hopefully help you to feel a little bit better. Obviously listen to your body, and if there's any pain, stress, or tension in your back that doesn't feel good with some of the movements, back off, take a break and breathe, but just listen to your body overall, and I'm going to guide you through a few movements that hopefully will help you feel better. So let's start on our hands and knees. We're going to have our wrists under our shoulders and just set up a little tabletop position. So the first thing we're going to think about is just creating a really lengthened spine and feeling like the top of our head through the tailbone is as lengthened out as possible. From there, we're just going to do a little shift from one knee, one wrist to one wrist, and just start to feel our weight being carried by each opposite shoulder and each opposite hip, okay? Then as we feel our core a little supported here, let's just extend our right leg behind us, just see how that feels. Breathe into it. And then exhale, start to round the spine and tuck the knee in towards the nose. And then extend through the top of the head, extend the leg back. And we're being really mindful here of just paying attention to what's happening with our back as we do this movement. So you can, if you choose, extend through the top of the head, maybe almost arch up a little more if that feels good for you. But again, everyone's back is different. So for some of us, arching might be a bit much. I'm arching a little bit here, but again, check in with your body. And if you prefer to just go to that lengthened spine, that is a great place to start. Let's do about 2 more. Last one. Breathe in, exhale, extend. We're going to just tuck our right toe under and extend that leg for a moment. Engage our core, pull up on the abdominals, and lift up the left knee. We're just going to hover and hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Building a little strength in our abdominals to support that lower back. 3, 2, on 1. Step back into that full plank. Recentering everything here. Just check in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Soften down with that right knee. Point the left toe back, and we'll start to find that same length. So just feel the top of the head through the toe reaching. Breathe in. And let's just start to round. Knee in towards the nose. Extend through the top of the head. And when I first do the first few, I usually will make them a little milder and checking in to see how that back is doing. And then if we want to go deeper, there maybe is a little extension of the top of the head. Maybe that leg goes a little higher. So whenever you come back to your body each day, we have to think about different ways we may have slept or other things we did the day before that could have caused us some soreness or tightness. And just feel free to do your first few movements, a little bit more with a little slow down and focus, so we can make sure we're not going to hurt ourselves throughout our movements. And we're just going to do about 2 more. And last one. Reaching out. Good. Really nice. Let's tuck this toe under, extend through that heel, pull the right knee up. Just engage that core. So when we engage our core in the front, our abdominals support our lower back. So just holding this might be a challenge, but building that strength over time is going to really help us prevent some of that tension that can build up in the low back. 3, 2, on 1, step back. Let's hold another set of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Let's gently soften our knees and send our hips back to a child's pose. So we're just going to take a few deep breaths here, just really letting that lower back open up. And for this one, we're going to start to curve our tailbone down. So I want you to think about peeling up from your lower back all the way to a seated position. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck the chin. Scoop the hands back out. And lengthen out from that lower back. So we want all of our movement here to initiate right here from that lower back. Sipping and rolling up. There's some smaller vertebrae right in this area that sometimes get overlooked. So we want to just open that up. As we roll back out, breathe in. Exhale, just feel like you're stacking each of those lower vertebrae all the way until you get up to your shoulders. Good. One more time. Let's tuck our chin around, reach out, breathe in. Exhale, rolling back up to the kneeling position. Great job here. All right, we're gonna come back onto our hands and knees for a moment. Take a few cat-cows, head and tailbone down, head and tailbone up. One more time. Beautiful. Okay, now we find our nice flat back, okay? We're gonna re-extend that right leg just like we did the first time. And we're just gonna begin to start to draw some circles behind us. Again, we're gonna be slow and controlled. We're gonna make sure our knee is pointing down. And we're just doing tiny little circles, like we're stirring a little pot behind us. And just keep that circle going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse. Circle that leg. 4, 3, 2. We're going to do 4 more because we did a few extra on the other side. We're going to even that out. 2, and 1. Soften this knee underneath and behind of the left leg, and then send that leg back up. Just 3 more of these. Just tuck in. Send the leg up. One more time. Tuck that right knee behind the left. Send up. Last one, in and out. Now take your right leg, swing it to the side, and if it's just hitting right up here, see if it's possible to bring it closer to your top foot. We're gonna bend into that knee, walk forward, and just lunge. A little low lunge. This is like a lizard lunge. So we're adding in some yoga poses too. Just to stretch out this hip and glute. Breathe in, exhale, flex that foot, send the hips back, take a little deeper stretch. And then come back up to the hands, and we're gonna take this right leg and do a little big circle up and over to the left. Tap that foot. Take another big rainbow circle out to the right, and tap it up and over to the left. One more time, over to the right, big rainbow circle, and back to the left. Now look at that foot with your gaze, and tuck the left toe, and you're just gonna twist your body and look over at that left foot. So our eyes are looking to the left, our head is looking to the left, our right leg is crossed way past the left. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show this at an angle. It looks like this. And what we're gonna do is tuck that knee in right up against that left knee, and we're gonna send our hips back. Now this is a deep lower back stretch, so if you're someone who is like, nope, this doesn't feel good, maybe up a little higher. Again, not every pose is gonna look the same on every person, for sure. So just do what's feeling good. We'll only be here for one more breath, but try to relax into it. As you exhale, release. Let's come up. Uncross those knees. Take another cat-cow. Getting ready to reset. Okay, now we have a nice flat back. Lower belly's engaging to support the lower spine. As we feel ready, next side, we're gonna send left leg back, toe points, long straight leg. So again, just visualize that toe pointing straight back, and we're gonna do those tiny little circles on the left. And even if you feel like you have your lower back pain more so on one side than the other, it's still really important to do both sides because everything in your body is so connected. So if you just kind of, sometimes people will feel like, oh, my right side or my left side is sore, and they'll only stretch and work those sides. That doesn't usually help us as much as really doing both sides. So we always isolate both sides. Let's reverse that direction. We're gonna go 8, 7, 6. Draw those tiny little circles. 5. You're doing great here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. We're gonna tuck this left knee behind the right now and extend it up. And tuck that right knee behind or tuck that left knee behind the right, extend it up. Good, again, in, and extend it up one more time, bring it in, extend it up, great job. Now we swing our left heel out to the side. Hopefully you can line up somewhere pretty close to your hand, and maybe even a little higher. I personally like to take mine a little bit higher. Walk your hands forward, let's go into that lizard lunge. Lean forward. This is a great one for releasing the front of the hips. When those are tight, that's gonna put strain on our lower back as well. So we don't want those front of the hips tight. You can come down deeper if we prefer, but just be here for a couple more breaths. Really breathe into those lower back muscles, the hips, the glutes. All right, let's make our way back up. Wrists under shoulders, come back up to our right knee. Check in and rainbow this left leg all the way over to the right. Breathe in, rainbow that leg all the way back out to the left. Breathe in, exhale, over to the right. Breathe in, exhale, over to the left. Couple more times, going as far each direction as we can. I personally love to take my head with me and check in on that foot one more time. All the way left. As we go all the way right, we're gonna tuck that left toe and gaze at it. So our gaze is looking over to the right now. Toe is tucked, we're checking in, and you might even already feel some release through those sideways muscles on the left, those oblique muscles. We're gonna tuck this knee under the right knee, and we're gonna send our hips back, releasing this lower back area here. So just breathe into that. Very good. Okay, from here, let's come out to our belly. Okay, we're gonna come down to our elbows. We're in a little Sphinx position. Elbows under shoulders, neck is long. Just gonna stay here for a moment and open up our chest, open up our upper back. Breathe in. And then we're gonna exhale it right ear to right shoulder, head center. Left ear to left shoulder, head center. Gaze down. Slowly lift our gaze up, closing the jaw, streaks the front of the neck. And then we're gonna slide the arms out. So, of course, our upper back and lower back are very connected. So we're gonna crawl the fingertips out. I'm doing what I call grippy fingers, and gripping the floor just a little bit, okay? We're gonna, from there, just raise up our right leg and slowly lower. Raise up the left leg, slowly lower. So we're trying to see what happens when we really isolate the lower glutes, the hamstrings, and the lower back. And when you want to try both legs, feel free. Not everyone might want to go there, but feel free to try it. Keep alternating or lifting. We'll do 2 more like this. Last one. Good. Now from here, bend the right knee, flex that foot, and pull the heel in as close as we can. Let's just pulse that heel up. 4, 3, 2. Now on 1, see if you can raise your left arm. That might be enough. Option 1. Option 2, sweep left hand back to find that foot and pull up, opening the chest. Lifting and feeling free to maybe even float up right hand and left leg. This allows us to feel how the muscles crossing over our back from shoulder to hip on opposite sides can help support us. And sometimes there's some imbalances there that create a little tension as well. So one more big breath in. Exhale, release. Good. So don't worry if today that grip didn't happen. Even just working on these lifts, that's going to get you there over time as we build strength. So let's go to the left side. Grippy fingers, left knee bends, foot is flexed. We're just going to kick up 1. Lifting 2. Just kicking that heel. 3. Waking up those hamstrings. 4. And we're going to hold the leg up. Maybe just raise the right arm. Step 1. You can stay right here if that's enough. You're building strength in that connection from opposite shoulder to hip. For those that want a little more, hand finds the foot or ankle. Open the chest. Maybe we reach opposite arm and leg. Sometimes with these, you might right away start to feel where those imbalances are in the lower back muscles. Just keep that breath going. Doing amazing. One more breath. Great job. Let's let go. Let's come down. Gently place the hands under the shoulders. Curl up halfway or higher if that feels okay. Round the spine, hips to heels. Checking in with that lower back once again. Beautiful job. Okay, we're going to come to our side, isolating each side. So head can rest on our arm or up in our hand. And we're going to start by extending the legs forward at an angle. So they're a little bit out in front of us, and we're going to turn those legs out. We're going to draw some side leg circles. So we're going to take our top leg front, circle it up, and then reach it behind us. As we're doing this, I want you guys to think about, again, these abdominal muscles supporting our back so that our hips don't roll behind us when the leg goes back. Feel that support. Slow, controlled movement. No need to rush here. We're doing great. We have 1 more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Your breath is so helpful to your movement. Okay, let's go the other way. So breathe in, exhale, leg back. Beautiful circle up and around. Think about your hip expanding, going wider each direction, to the back, up, and to the front. So just let that leg really take all the space it needs. Just do about 2 more. Okay, last one. And we're going to check in with opening the front of those thighs again here in just a minute. So as this leg pushes back, bring it back as far as it'll go and push your hip forward. So shoulder and hip are in alignment. That leg is back. We're going to grab that foot, pull the heel in towards the glute, Drop the knee down and push the hip forward. So we're creating an active stretch in the front of our right hip. Again, when those front of the hip muscles here are tight, that's definitely going to affect how our back feels. So we want to wake that up. Breathe in. Exhale, take one more big breath. Great job. Okay, let's make our way up, but let's keep our top leg and quickly wrap it over the left. Personally, I keep the bottom leg tucked in, but you can extend it just like this, or if you choose to keep it tucked in. Take our opposite arm and twist against the knee. So we're bringing your left elbow around the right knee, or maybe even just left hand again. Our ranges of motions can vary, so just notice what's going to be a good range of motion for you today. And then we're going to go into a deep, deep hip stretch, okay? So before we get that other side, bring your bottom ankle forward, and we're going to see if either we can stack ankle over knee like this, or just put the ankle in front if that's better for you. And it's okay if your knees are up here like this. That happens to a lot of us. Just join in wherever we feel okay today. We're going to let our chest move to that foot, lean forward. We want to try to keep this hip grounded. If you feel this happening, push and anchor that hip down so you can really get into the stretch. So you're going to feel this more so on your right side, lower back, glute and hip if that's the side you're doing. And if you did the other side first, that's okay because we're going to reverse all of this. So just keep breathing. Okay, now that bottom leg is going to sweep out. We're going to take a big, beautiful side stretch. We're going to make our way up, face that leg, reach up, and let our chest pour over that straight leg. Just take a few moments. Great work here. Let's get the second side. So we're just going to swing both legs down this way. We should be on our second side. So head can rest on your arm. Maybe up in our hands, our toes are pointed and turned out. Why we point our toes is to extend a little bit more through the top of this foot to keep more engagement in the leg. So we're gonna sweep that leg forward, draw that big circle up, let that leg move behind us, and sweep it through. And again, it's very normal to hear little clicking sounds in the hips when you do these circles. When our hips get out of alignment, a lot of times the tendons will get caught up in the hip socket or even just kind of be a little tighter. So we create a lubrication in the joint by taking circles like this. So hip circles are a big part of Pilates for that reason. They keep everything lubricated in those big ball and socket joints. Okay, so let's do one more big circle to the front. Breathing and waking up that hip. And now let's take it to the back. So we take that same leg back, up, and to the front. You're doing your best to keep the leg lengthened, engaged, and turned open. So what I mean by turned open is that when we pass through, heels click together. Okay, so ready, here we go. Leg is going back. We're gonna take that stretch, bend the knee, find the foot or ankle, push the knee down, push the hip forward. We might feel this in our knee stretching, we might feel this in the front of the thigh, but we're also hopefully feeling a little release in the front of this hip to help release that strain on the lower back. Good, good, good. Breathe. Keep that breath flowing. Okay, when we're ready to come out, let's find a seated position. Our top leg wraps either around the bottom leg, which is totally fine, or we extend the bottom leg if we need to. Okay, opposite arm goes around the leg, either from the elbow, shoulder, or even just the hand. Take that twist, stretching out the back. Breathe in. Exhale to take one more big breath in. Good, okay. Unwind, bottom ankle slides forward. Top ankle can go on top or in front of that knee. So even if your bottom leg was straight, you can just soften it in a little, or some people even keep it straight and lean towards that foot. If you're feeling the stretch, that's the most important thing. So don't worry if your modifications look a little different, but we're leaning towards the foot of the top leg. You should really be feeling that lower back and hip here, releasing. So take a few deep breaths. beautiful job. Okay, let's take our bottom leg straight out. Let's reach up and over. Beautiful side stretch, opening from our hip all the way up that side waist. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, beautiful job. Let's come to the side here. So we're gonna start with our feet out in front of us, hands behind us, chest open, and press through the tops of the feet. See if you'd like to lift your hips. If that's a bit much, do not worry, but give it a try if you'd like. And then take those hips back down. Now we're gonna let our chest come forward, hands come up behind us. Breathe in. Exhale, pull back up. Sweep the arms up. And let's think about what we did when we were on our knees and lengthen, hinging from the lower back forward. We're gonna roll up lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. And then we're gonna round backwards, lower back, down to the floor, all the way through the mid back, all the way to the shoulders. Breathe in. See if we can just use our breath, exhale, and peel up. Mindfully through each vertebrae. Now if that hurts your back or is too much, you can take any space between that. So sometimes people will start more with a half roll, maybe they come here and curve forward. See what's feeling good for your back. Everyone's back is going to feel a little differently with this. So we want to be able to support ourselves with our abdominals. We're thinking of each vertebrae curving and helping support us on the way up. We can scoop from that lower back forward and scoop back up. Sometimes I like to come and find a tall seat in between, but then I usually scoop back for that roll back. So take your time, we'll do at least one more at our own pace. And for this next one, let's take a moment and just roll up and pause with that nice tall spine. Let's flex our feet, hands to the side. We're going to twist to one way twice. Breathe in, center, exhale. Other way, breathe in and exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. 4, 4. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. 3. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. 2. Inhale, and last one. And good, really nice. Lower the hands. We're going to open our feet to a small V position, find our sitting bone. So let's curve back again, round the spine, and then roll up to sit nice and tall. Thumbs point up. We're going to do our saw, so we twist. We reach our right hand outside the left, saw, saw. Come up, sit tall, unwind. Other side, reach, saw, saw. Up and sit tall. This one can feel so nice as you cross over the opposite leg and you feel your back releasing, stretching. So finding that space for yourself. The hand doesn't have to go all the way to your foot. It might reach outside the knee or ankle. But just getting that oppositional cross over to reach and stretch. Let's do one more each way. Good. Last time. Excellent. Okay, let's come up. Lower the hands, and we're going to bring our legs closer in and just scoot up to the front of our mat so we have space behind us. We're going to hold on to our thighs and tuck our forehead down. Now for some of us, this may be just enough. We might want to just balance on the sit bones. If you feel okay trying or rolling like a ball, we tuck our chin and we roll back and we roll up. This can massage out the lower back, but again, we want to make sure that we're not feeling that we're just falling to the floor, or if we have a really hard surface, this may not feel good. But make sure if you have a nice soft mat, or if you're doing this on carpet or anything, you may feel okay doing that. So let's do about 2 more, or just hold that balance on the sit bones if you prefer. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Let's hold the back of our thighs and maybe balance here. Maybe straightening out the spine, or maybe even lengthening the legs if we feel okay. Breathe in, and we exhale, hold the back of the thighs, come down to our lower spine again. Do a few circles through the hips here, just opening the knees and pulling back in. One more time, and take it the other way. Knees fall away, pull back in, fall away, pull back in. Last one. Good, and we're going to center the feet right down under the knees. And from here, tipping our pelvis. So if we have this natural arch in our back, we're tipping our pelvis so it's flat down. Arms are overhead, and we're going to curl up from the lower back first, mid back all the way up to the shoulders, pressing up. Check in with your vertebrae. If this bothers your back for any reason, you might have to modify how high you go, but just notice what's happening in that spine. Check in, breathe through it, and take a few moments. We're doing about 2 more at our own pace. So rolling up and mounting each vertebrae down. One more time, breathe in, exhale, roll up. Mount each vertebrae down. Very good. Okay, from here, let's take our hands, lace them together so the palms are facing outward. We're going to pull our right knee in and push the knee into us as we push the thigh away with our hands. Just hold there. Pressing the knee into your hands, pressing your hands into your knee. 4, 3, 2, set it down. Good job. Other side. Push the thigh into the hands, push the hands into the thigh actively here. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and release. So that helps us to kind of decompress these hinges in the hips as well as feeling that core wake up. We're going to try both hands now. So both hands press into the thighs. Thighs press into the hands. We're just going to hold 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Stretch the legs up. Great job. Circle those ankles. All right, arms out like a T. We're going to try just opening the left leg out without letting the right leg leave the floor, or without the right hip coming off the floor. Open the right leg out without letting the left hip leave the floor. Check in with that one more time. Just stabilizing your hip on each opposite side. You can do this with bent knees if you prefer. Good. And now we bring our feet together. Almost imagine like someone tied a little rope around your ankles. I'm going to show with straight legs in a minute, but I'll show the first one with bent knees. If you do this bent knees, just roll the knees over to hover one side. Exhale, pull center using the abdominals. Keep the shoulders on the floor. Breathe in one side. Exhale, pull center. Good. Again, breathe in one side, hover. Good. Exhale, pull center. And for those of you that love this work, but maybe need a little more tension, try straight legs if you want to make it a little more challenging or a little more deep of a stretch when you get to the side there. Again, everyone's different, so don't feel pressure to do straight legs if you're not feeling it today. Let's do just one more each way, no matter which side we're on, okay? So breathe in. Good. Exhale, come center. Last one. Breathe inside. Good. Exhale, center. Okay, now we're going to bend the knees. I like to cross the top leg over. So I'm going to cross right leg over left here, drop the knees to the left. If you're someone who feels this is too deep of a stretch, just stack up the knees. And a challenge is to really try to line up the knees. So rather than the top hip pulling back, try to line those knees up. You might right away feel that deeper stretch in your back. And that's kind of why I like to wrap. For me, it just helps keep that top hip stacked over the bottom hip. So easy for that hip to slide away. So let's just take about 2 more deep breaths. Good. Remember, you can come back to these stretches anytime you need them. Let's go to the other side. So either stacking the knees or wrapping the knees and just taking that twist. So if the knees are stacked, making sure that they're evened out, those hips are even. Breathing in and out here. Sometimes you'll hear those little cracking sounds in these type of twists as well. If there's some vertebrae that need to line up a little more, you might be able to move a little bit and adjust things, even for yourself. So what's really cool with yoga and Pilates both is that they can help you learn how to take care of your body with just some simple stretches and feel better each day. So take one more big breath in. Then we exhale, come back center. We're going to set our feet to the wider edges of our mat and just let our knees fall together. So here we're letting our knees knock in and we're going to roll our hips up. And you might feel some tightness in the lower back here. That's normal, but if it's too much, back off. Don't go as high. If you feel okay going higher, pump it up. 8, 7, little pulse here. 6, 5, just trying to strengthen that lower back, the glutes. 2, and on 1, we're going to open the knees. We should be able to go a lot higher now. Let's do one more pump. 8, 7, 6, 5, breathing. 4, 3, 2, now on 1. Let's melt each vertebrae down. Great job. Hug our knees in and just do a little massage, little rock side to side. Okay, let's take our right leg up, stretch it out, curl our chest up towards that leg as we stretch the left leg away. And then we're going to switch, left leg pulls in. This is stretching out our hamstrings, working our core, which, again, opening the hamstrings is going to help us feel better in our lower back. Strengthening our core is going to give us more support for that lower back. So just 2 more. Last one, and let's keep that leg and relax our body. So give your leg a little stretch, breathe in, and then exhale, center that leg above your hip. We're gonna begin to draw some hip circles again. So these can be smaller or bigger depending on what you need for the day. Hips are grounded. We don't want to be rocking our whole body with the leg. We want to keep everything as still as we can and just move that leg. One more time, and we'll take the leg the other way. So we'll go away from the body, down, cross over and up. Away, down, cross over and up. Two more. Away, down, cross over and up. One more time. Really great job. Pausing here, setting right foot down. We're going to flex the left foot and cross that ankle over the right knee. Move that knee in and out a few times, mobilizing the hip, and then we're going to actively press that knee away and drop our right knee down. So we're getting a little bit into that IT band. If that's tight, that's also going to affect our lower back. So breathe into it. Good. Come back center. If you'd like, you can hug the back of the right thigh in or the right shin, or even hold onto the back of the right leg. Or for some of us, if we're pretty tight in the hips, just having the foot down may be enough. So we're just going to stay here for 1 to 2 breaths, whichever version you chose. Good. Let's put our left leg down, our right leg a little stretch. Breathe in. Let's begin those circles. So right leg is circling around and up, around and up. Couple more times this direction. Keep that breath flowing. One more time. And then we'll take that leg the other way. So we're going to take the leg away from the body, down, cross over, stop. We're keeping ourselves as still as we can, trying to wake up and open up any tight places in that hip. We've done lots of leg circles to the back, to the side. Now we're going front. We have last one. We pause. Give that leg a little hug. Set the left foot down. And we're going to cross right ankle over top of that left knee, just moving that right knee in and out a few times. Gently push the knee away. Let the knees drop over to the left and feel that stretch out from the outer right hip all the way up to the side of the knee. Breathe in. Exhale. One more big breath in. All right, beautiful here. Exhale, center. Maybe lift up the left foot. Maybe we hug that thigh in, or maybe you pull the shin in. Rock a little side to side, maybe extend the leg, or maybe just put that left foot back on the floor, whatever you need to. We have 2 more breaths here. Good. Let's take a moment to set our feet up above us, turn the legs out, and start to add some bends in the knees and press up through the feet. You can even point the toes if you like. Now for me, when I do this straight up, yes, it's a good release for the legs, but if you feel you have the core strength to push out to an angle, sometimes that can also open up some of those lower vertebrae. So we're building strength in the abdominals, checking in. One more time. Push those toes out, pull in, and tuck the baby toes under. Roll the hips high, and from this position, we're going to pump our glutes up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On our last one, we're going to mount each vertebrae down. We're going to set our arms overhead. We're going to relax